Welcome to ZKast, everyone. I'm Zeus Caraval from ZK Research, and I'm delighted to be at Lumen Field in Seattle, home of the Seattle Seahawks and also the Seattle Sounders. I'm joined by Chip Suttles, the VP of IT for the Seahawks. Chip, can you give us a quick intro on yourself and what you do here?
Yeah, so again, my name is Chip Suttles. I'm the Vice President of Technology for the football operations and Lumen Field Stadium. I oversee the traditional IT and the technical operations of the stadium, and I'm going on my 12th season, as we like to call it.
Wow.
So, yeah.
That's a long time.
Yeah.
Now, one of the things that's fascinating about Seattle, the football team, the stadium, even before at the Kingdome, is this stadium has always been known for its awesome fan experience. The fans, you retired the number 12, right, because the fans are such an important part of the game. Tell me how the team and you from an IT perspective thinks about fan experience and the role technology plays in that.
Yeah, the fans are certainly an important part of our whole fan experience. The 12s are vital to the community and to our team. They bring the energy. Last night we were able to play a Monday night football game on prime time, and you could feel the energy. The players, the coaches just take it to another level. Really just makes for just unbelievable excitement and really something that we can rally around. And as a result, they're referred to as the 12s because they're the 12th man essentially, and feel a part of the team. So
yeah, I remember when that was retired. I was just a kid then. That was pretty cool. And so, can you talk about how you go about thinking of how to integrate tech into it? I know you and I have talked before with the Voice of the Fan study that you do. Can you go through that and just give me an idea what how that works and how you use it?
Yeah, so the NFL invests a lot into the experience that the stadiums put on, and as a result, they sponsor a survey that's done at every home game for all NFL teams, and this survey looks at about 8 significant categories from the fan experience point of view, and provides those results back to the teams a couple days after every home game. We put a lot of emphasis on that because we want to have the best fan experience we possibly can. And as a result, that enables us to get the funding, to look for areas we can improve, and just work on our overall game day experience. And it's been, for me, it's been a great thing because I feel like all those 8 categories are relying on technology in some form or fashion. One of the categories is mobile ticketing, and how do we rate the mobile ticket experience? And that's relying on connectivity as soon as you step onto our property and being able to pull up your tickets and access the venue. So that's one. There's a stadium technology category. There's a game entertainment category, and all those categories have components that are very reliant on having the best and reliable and available connectivity and a tech features to make them go.
And tell me about the connectivity here. I know the network here is massive, right? And you have an interesting job because you think of a large enterprise, 10,000, 20,000 employees, but on game day, you got 70,000 people coming in and out of here. That's not including employees, right? So what is the infrastructure and the network like here?
Yeah, so the network is vital. I would say, you look at us, you're looking at our brand, you're talking about our game day experience with up to close to 70,000 people in our stadium. It comes down to and starts with having the network and the infrastructure to be able to support everything that we want to do at the stadium. Lumen plays a big role in that. Everything from the internet service provision of our circuits to the back end, and when our broadcast circuits that actually get our video and our game day footage out to the world. So along the way, there's a lot of other components. We've expanded our network over the years. We rely on Lumen to provision those components and those network components to make that happen for us. And to me, I think having high availability, high reliability on all of our connectivity is important. It starts with that backbone and that network so we can get the speed and the traffic flowing for our patrons.
Can you give me a sense of the scope though? Like how many access points, what kind of bandwidth you have coming in here?
Certainly. So, I think I keep talking about the connectivity makes a great experience. One of the things we were fortunate to do with the help of Lumen, it was to do a design and implementation of a Wi-Fi 6AX deployment in 2020.
And you were one of the first, right?
Yeah, we were one of the first stadiums at the time to roll out that Wi-Fi protocol with Lumen support. And we rolled out 1,500 access points throughout the whole venue, with over 750 to 800 in the stadium bowl itself.
Wow.
And we took an approach that we wanted to go under seat a little differently. So it's a combination of under seat and overhead, but the designs worked really well. We've seen record number of data transfers and connectivity on game day. And our patrons have been responsive in their surveys. As the Voice of the Fan results have shown, we're seeing some of the highest marks that we've ever seen.
Yeah, give me a sense of what would the throughput be for an average game, a concert, those types of things, to give us a sense of just how much traffic is across your network now.
Yeah, so it's hard to get the full scale because we rely on Wi-Fi and cellular for connectivity on a game day. But on a typical Wi-Fi utilization, we're looking at about 27,000 unique connections. We're looking at about 23,000 concurrent connections at any given time. And we're seeing traffic anywhere from 6 to 10 terabytes, depending on the game and what's going on within the game. Certainly on the big events like touchdowns, and we see a spike in the traffic, and we'll reach that 8 and 10 terabytes. And then we have the anomalies, like when we're able to host a concert like Taylor Swift.
Yeah, and that's always the high water mark.
We're really able to test our connectivity. We're seeing 24, 25, 26 terabytes of traffic at some concerts. So.
Yeah, if you can stand up to T Swift, you can stand up to any football game.
Yeah.
It's fascinating that you're pushing that much traffic through. I remember, because I look at the stats every year, it just seemed like a handful of years ago, a Super Bowl hit 1 terabyte. Right. Now you're doing 10 times that every game. So.
Right.
Yeah.
No, it's great for the fans. It makes them feel a little bit more secure, knowing that they can reach home, reach their babysitters, come enjoy the experience, and feel safely connected, and more importantly, share their experience. We like the idea that they're posting on social, they're sharing their experience. It's good for our brand. It's good for them, and that makes for a more enjoyable evening.
I did a lot of that last night posting. So. Now, this is a stadium. You talked about being first with Wi-Fi 6 or 6E, and what are some of the other firsts in here? I know you've got some other interesting technologies that make it easier for fans to buy things like Just Walk Up, but talk about some of the other firsts that you've had in here, or near firsts.
Yes, certainly. So we've leaned into a term called Fanovation. So one of our marketing directors came up with that great term, which I think reflects what we're trying to accomplish, is to try to find technology and innovation that improves the fan experience overall. So in the past, we've looked at Clear for expediting our lanes. Currently, we're working with our partner Amazon, and we're looking at Just Walk Out stores.
Yeah.
We really leaned into it. We've converted our traditional food and beverage concessions into these Just Walk Out experiences, and they just make for a great experience for the patron. It's kind of a win-win-win in my opinion. If you ever experienced it or had the opportunity, you can walk into a store either with a biometric palm reader, Amazon One, or you can go in with a credit card and just grab your item, a food or drink, and just walk right out. And the results are fantastic because it's frictionless. It's the speed of service. It's increased the revenue at the concession sites that we put them in. And it's great for our partnership and strengthening our partnership with Amazon as well. So I hope to see more. We currently have 8, the most in any pro sports team in the country. So.
Yeah, in fact, I've gotten used to it. The first time I used it, and people give this feedback all the time, you almost feel like you're doing something wrong because it's too easy.
Yeah, I have to agree that to walk into a store and pick something up, put it in your pocket, and walk out, it's a different experience. But once you see the value in that and the speed of transaction and how there's no queues, no lines, and at a football game or a sporting event, everybody's trying to get to buy their beverage of choice all at the same time.
Because if you don't have it, they're going to score a touchdown when you're in line. That always happens.
So the quicker we can get you through that, the better. We're looking at all kinds of ways to make that happen. We've also been working with Amazon to integrate their Amazon One, which is a biometric palm reader, with our food and beverage point of sale, so that they have that option too, that they can use their palm and their account online to make their transactional purchase.
Yeah, I know they're bringing age verification to that too, so that'll be cool.
We are talking to the Liquor Cannabis Board about the idea of using age verification with a biometric. It's not quite approved yet, but we're looking at that as something maybe in the future.
Good. Now, I want to go back to Lumen. While they're the name on the stadium, Lumen Field, they're more than that, right, as a partner. So just give me a sense of the scope of what Lumen helps you with.
Yeah, so Lumen is vital. You think of the Seahawks, you think of the brand, but really we're a small business, and I really have a small IT operational team and a technical operational team, and as a result, I'm really reliant on my technical partners, and Lumen is probably our most vital partner. Let me try that again. Lumen is our most vital partner to make that happen. So, and when I say that it all starts with, we provision the majority of our hardware through Lumen. We're dependent on the internet service, being an internet service provider and the primary circuits that run our football and business operations. It also bring the operational support for game day. Lumen, over the years, has helped us with our phone systems, both at our headquarters and at the stadium. They've helped most recently with our latest Wi-Fi deployment. And then we're looking at new fan innovation ideas with Lumen as well, and ways that we can improve our digital signage distribution to support our menu boards and all our screens around the stadium on game day.
No, that's great. So. Now, I know another big event coming up for you, not that you don't have enough of them at the stadium between concerts and games, is FIFA 26, right? And that's going to bring an entirely, I think, another level of type of fan here. So how are you preparing for that?
Yeah, FIFA 26 is a great opportunity for the city of Seattle, and we're honored to be selected as one of the host stadiums for FIFA 26 here at Lumen Field Stadium. And it's early days, so I don't really have all the IT requirements, but my experience prior to joining the Seahawks was with several Olympic committees, and I have some idea of what to expect. So I think it's a lot to do with flexibility. I think, again, Lumen's going to play a role in this. I think we have to increase our bandwidth to be able to support the additional operational needs that FIFA brings, because it's a world stage, world caliber event. I feel like they're going to use our stadium in ways that probably haven't been seen before, so we have to be flexible in the sense that operational spaces that are normally used for storage, or maybe a parking lot, or maybe extending our perimeter, might be where we do security check-ins or ticket checks or things. So I got to feel that flexibility is going to be key. Increasing our bandwidth is going to be key. And again, we'll be looking at our partners to help us get there.
Awesome. Yeah, that's great. Now, I wouldn't be doing my job as an analyst if I didn't ask you about artificial intelligence. In fact, I think it's amazing we've gone this long without talking about it. So when you think of AI, obviously, generative AI has become a very hot topic. How are you thinking about that, both from an internal operations standpoint, though, and what you might do from a fan perspective?
Yeah, these are great questions. So as in regards to AI, I would say that overall the organization is just dipping their toes. We're taking a slow approach, kind of a wait and see. We usually like to be first, but in this case, we're first off, we're starting with what's the strategy and who sets the strategy within the organization. We formed a little committee where I'll be a part of it with legal and our chief data strategy officer, and we'll look at what's the direction best suited for the Seahawks when it comes to AI. We have, explored a couple ideas already. We use a chat bot on our mobile app to help the customer experience on game day. We've done some creative artwork on game day posters using some AI. We even looked at our sports science team. We've done some AI machine learning on evaluation of film study. So we started to explore some ideas, but for us, it's what's the strategy? Do we have the proper governance in place? The league's been helpful on that aspect as far as providing a template to allow us to put some governance in place. And to me, I think we got to educate our employees to understand and protect them from themselves as they use AI. And I'm really excited because, to be honest, I don't know what the future holds for it, but I feel like it's around the corner, and when it opens, the door opens, so we're gonna have to get on board quickly.
Yeah. So, well, I do applaud you for taking a responsible approach to it. Though there's some companies that have rushed into it, and I think it's gone negatively for them. So, just considering the amount of data you have from your fans here, I would think that responsible is more important. Yeah,
I mean, our culture overall is one of data. Our president leans into the mantra that everything must be measured. So we rely heavily on our metrics, and we're becoming a data culture. And I think AI is just going to be the next step on how to use that data in a proper way. And you're right, to be responsible with how we approach it comes with more education, a little bit of governance, and And just it's a copycat league, and we want to see how other teams use it and what advantage, and maybe share some ideas. And I'm sure we'll be ready to jump on it when the time comes.
Yeah, well, good for you. So, are there any other kind of emerging technologies that you're thinking about?
Well, always looking at new ideas. I'd say we're going to continue to work with our partners like Amazon and explore this idea of Amazon One and these biometrics. We're going to continue to expand our Just Walk Out stores. They've been successful. The fan feedback's been positive. So I think that's the way we'll approach that. Right now, I don't have any other things I could share that.
All right. Well, I had to ask.
Yeah, no, certainly. I don't mind you asking. We'll continue to look for things we can improve. I will say that a stadium like Lumen Field Stadium is 22 years old now, and we put a lot of pride into the maintenance and modernization. And I have been fortunate enough to get the funding to keep the stadium up to speed. So there are some things I will share that we're going to upgrade, that are current services that will be enhanced. We're going to change our audio system from analog to digital.
Oh, nice.
We're going to add new loudspeakers. We're going to update all our LED products in the bowl and a lot of our premium spaces to have more of a higher definition screens, so that and more screens so they can be more stats and more information for the fans. So I think that'll be a positive thing as well. So, they might seem like they're not new, but to me they're exciting projects, and they keep our stadium up to speed. So,
all right. Well, so that's the end of the technical talk. Let's have some fun now. And first of all, congratulations on the win last night. That was tremendously exciting.
Thank you.
But when you think of all the moments that have happened at this field, are there a couple that stand on your mind? Favorite moment at Lumen Field?
Yeah, so I'm going into season 12. I've been here just over 11 and a half years with the team, and I've been fortunate enough to experience a couple Super Bowl runs. And I have to think back to the NFC Championship games that we were hosting. Certainly the Richard Sherman tip that led to an interception in the corner of the end zone.
Against the Niners?
Against the Niners, of course, was one of my favorite memories. But just being able to stand on the field and feel the energy at kickoff, every game just revitalizes me, like a kid when I was playing football again. So it's all been a great ride and fun to be a part of.
Yeah, when I think of the great moments here, I mean, there was the Packer game, where they came from behind. There was, of course, the Hail Mary in the strike game.
Yeah.
The one that always stands out in my mind was the one where Marshawn Lynch ran through the entire Saints defense and stiff-armed, I think, 4 or 5 people on the way to a touchdown.
Yes. Yes, that's called that event you're referring to is called Beastquake, and it happened a year before I joined the team. So I'd say I missed that, but from all the replays, I wish I had been in the house that day. I will throw in the story of COVID. During the COVID year, we were one of the few states that did not allow fans in the building. So only operational staff were allowed here in the building. And to be in the stadium and listening to the team support their teammates on the field firsthand and hear the players supporting each other, that was a unique experience in itself too. And just to be in a full stadium or a stadium that's empty of people, and playing an event on this stage was a really unique experience.
That's awesome, yeah.
But I'd love to see how the team rallied to support each other, the coaches and the players, to their teammates out on the field.
And do you have a favorite player that's played in your tenure? I mean, Russ is the obvious one, but...
Well, Russell Wilson and I are both from Richmond, Virginia, so I certainly have a favoritism towards him, and I enjoyed his tenure when he was here. But I have to say, my favorite player on the Seahawks is Tyler Lockett. I think pound for pound, he's one of the fiercest competitors, toughest and most intellectual players we have on the team. And, I'd love to see him get out there and compete.
Yeah, well, he always shows up. So anything else you want to add?
No, thank you for your time.
No, thank you very much for joining me. So on behalf of Chip Suttles from the Seattle Seahawks, I'm Z.S. Caravallo from ZK Reach saying thanks for watching. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you next time on another ZKast.